Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I need a heart at Texas. Good morning. Can I get a good morning? Good morning. All right. This morning, I'd like for you guys to meet Gregory Williams, a remarkable individual who dedicates himself to excellence. Currently, Greg is a 10th grader at Hearne ISD. He is a gifted and talented student. He also belongs to FCLA. He is a leader in the community. He volunteers often for various projects without regard. He is also the top photographer in our district. He's a regional qualifier, soon-to-be state winner, and also has recently won Best of Show. He is driven by curiosity. He desires to make a positive impact, showcasing the perfect blend of intellect and leadership and compassion. At this time, I would like to welcome Greg to the podium.
Hello everybody, how everyone doing? My name is Gregory Williams. I am a sophomore at the Hearne ISD that's located in Hearne, Texas. Mr. Keener has been teaching us about the crossroads of Hearne, Texas and how it affects the oil industry. In 1864, the process of finding water in Texas began. In Corsicana, Texas, in 1894, the town leaders hired a contractor to drill a water well. Instead of water, he found oil. That was the first sighting of oil in Texas. These images were sketched by some of the Hearne ISD students. These images show you all the process of refining oil. By 1890, Hearne's location on rail lines made it crucial for transporting agricultural goods, like cotton and cattle. Even before the oil boom, Hearne was already thriving from freight and passenger traffic on its railways. Oil was soon found elsewhere in Texas with a massive plume, Spindletop in Vermont shooting a whole 10 miles in the air. In 1901, our Hearne Depot was built. It served the Southern Pacific and Missouri Pacific railroads for over 50 years. That made Hearne earn the name Crossroads of Texas. In 1905, Hearne was a key rail junction in Texas, thriving from the late 19th century railroad expansion. Texas railroads had already extended over 8,710 miles of track. In the early 1900s, oil boom boosted Hearne's economy. By 1910, Texas had over 12,900 miles of track, with added more to support the oil industry. Hearne's railroad transported crude oil, drilling equipment, and fuel growth in the industries, like construction materials and fuel. In 1923, Hearne grew more important due to Texas' expanding oil industry, especially in East Texas. Despite a slowdown in the railroads after World War I, Hearne remained a key transportation hub. Wait, I'm on the wrong slide. Wait, let me go. Okay. These right here are Avid mind maps. They are tools that help students organize ideas, making it easier to study and remember information from readings. Our science and English teachers, Mr. Greco and Dr. Williams, co-taught our lesson. Mr. Greco taught about greenhouse gases and time periods where the earth was hotter than others. Dr. Williams taught us research strategies and what to look for, such as people, places, things, highlighted information in bold print. Ms. Robinson works at high school and elementary. She had the elementary students doing the same assignment as we were. The part two of this, I gotta keep going. Sorry. Part two of this was Mr. Keener talking to us about landscape styles. The two that we were learning were picturesque and sublime. Picturesque is visually attractive, especially in an old-fashioned or pretty style. Sublime is a quality of goodness or grandeur that inspires awe and wonder. Both of these aesthetic terms are used to describe landscapes. Okay, here comes the fun part. By the show of hands, I need y'all to raise your hand if you think that number one is picturesque. Thank you. To me, number one is picturesque because of the soft colors of the sunset combined with calm waters and the silhouettes of the trees creates a peaceful scene. Okay, now number two. Do you think it's picturesque? Raise your hand, please. Do you think it's sublime? Raise your hand, please. Thank you. To me, I think that it's picturesque. Because of the glittery heart and the rainbow, it leans to more of an aesthetic appeal. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Now these are going to be labeled pink and blue, okay? So raise your hand if you think that pink is sublime. Raise your hand if you think it's picturesque. Thank you. To me, I say it's picturesque because of the soft pink sky. It contrasts with the darker trees and subtle clouds, giving it a calm and visually appealing scene. Okay, now with the blue one, do you think it's picturesque? Raise your hand, please. Okay. Now, if you think it's sublime, raise your hand. Thank you. Okay, everybody that says sublime is correct. To me, the large dark moon, the night sky that's full of stars, and the birds make almost mysterious scene, and it also makes almost a haunting atmosphere. Dark tones mixed with vastness of the sky gives a sense of awe. This has more emotion than beauty. Okay. He also taught us about plantational scene. Plantational scene is a way of conceptualizing the planetary impacts of the exploitation of natural resources, monoculture expansion, and forcible labor. This painting was painted by Gianna Serna. She's already graduated, but I just wanted to put it in here because it gives a really nice view. But it's called Fighting Spiritual. This painting, inspired by Queen Nzinga, reflects her fierce spirit as a tribal queen who... As she has a fierce spirit and she's a war leader. She resisted slavery, and her strength symbolizes the resistance to exploitation, similar to the modern struggles over resource control in the oil industry. Queen Nzinga relates the plantational scene through her fight against Portuguese colonizers who sought to enslave her people and exploit African resources. Her resistance parallels to the exploitation and forced labor central to the plantational scene era. To conclude, I feel like the oil industry is a significant contributor to global warming and climate change. Burning fossil fuels like oil releases greenhouse gases which trap heat and raise global temperatures. This impacts weather patterns, causes extreme weather events, and accelerates environmental change. This includes extreme weather patterns like stronger storms, droughts, and heat waves. So yes, to me, the oil contributions affects global warming, and climate change. That's why my opinion is, but it's really up to the eye of the beholder, which is Mr. Keener's passage. That's what it's called. It's called The Eye of the Beholder. It's a really good one. Y'all should read it. And I will also, these are my resources. I would also like to thank Y&I for giving me this opportunity to come here from my little small town in Texas. And I would also like to thank Mr. Keener, Ms. Jenkins, Mr. Marshall, my mom especially, because I feel like even if I wasn't here, she would never got on that plane. But that's all. Thank you.